All right. This sign used to be different. South Sierra Wilderness of Inyo National Forest. We are entering the Sierra. I know it'll be like 2 days of kind of just like very high desert, and then once I'm coming up on Forester Pass, it gets crazy. So incredible out here already. The Sierra, man. Oh my gosh. We're out of the desert. No more long water carries for a long time. Cooler temperatures. Grass. Oh man. The Sierra. Trees. Holy cow. I am so excited to be here. My pack may be a little bit heavy, but it doesn't matter, you know. We made it 700 miles in, over 1/4 of the way done with this hike, and ready for more. Still feeling good. Leaving Kennedy Meadows, I did 17 miles, and I found a really beautiful spot. It ticked every box in my playbook of the perfect campsite. But after I finished my dinner and I went to lay down, I just had the most excruciating tooth pain. I won't say the words I was using, but all night I was repeating one word over and over for hours. I only slept 1 hour, and when I woke up at 4 a.m., the pain was still there. I decided I would hike 30 miles to the town of Lone Pine and just get there in a day so I can figure this out. That next morning, I ran into someone who I had seen a couple days prior and spent some time with in Kennedy Meadows, a girl from Australia named Sprocket, who was also going into Lone Pine. And I was really excited to see her, both because she's really nice, and also then I could ask her if she's carrying any Tylenol, because all I had was Advil, and Advil was not doing anything for my pain. Her and I hiked the 30 miles to Lone Pine together. I was able to do my research on my tooth problem, found out it was indeed an elevation issue, and the thing that I could do was take some Tylenol or Advil. So I made sure to buy some fresh new Advil, because I'm not sure, but I kind of feel like what I had expired because it really did nothing for me. I really enjoyed Sprocket's company, so we wound up hiking together for the next 2 or 3 days. And we were actually approaching Mount Whitney, the highest point in the United States if you disregard Alaska, at 14,500 feet. I was still a bit worried about how I was going to feel at such a high elevation, so it was really nice to have someone there with me as well to talk to and to hike with, you know, instead of me just worrying about my teeth. So Sprocket and I wound up hiking Mount Whitney together. She was originally thinking that she might do Mount Whitney twice. Once with me, and then once for sunrise the next day. Which is not something I wanted to do, because it is an 8-mile side trail, and many people have to wake up at 1 a.m. just to get up there by sunrise. I personally like my sleep too much, to want to do that, regardless of how good of an experience it may be. Maybe for a shorter, easier trail, I would be more into it. So Sprocket and I left the Mount Whitney base camp area around 1 or 2 o'clock, and we hiked all the way up to the top, 14,500 feet. The highest I have certainly ever been in my life. This place is ridiculous. It is so incredible here. I have the smallest headache from the altitude, but other than that, feeling pretty good. She's thinking about doing this again tomorrow for the sunrise. I am not. But it's 8 miles up, 8 miles down for a 16-mile side trail. I feel like if you're doing the PCT and you're feeling good, coming up to this, it is a must. It is an absolute must. The summit is somewhere way up there. Still a little ways to go. What do you know? We had the entire mountain to ourselves. The highest point in the United States, aside from Alaska. We weren't exactly on top of the world, but it felt amazing to be that high up, to be above everything that we could possibly see. Even these other insanely tall mountains surrounding us, and ridge lines and peaks and everything. So much higher above it that it was unbelievable. What do you think of it up here?
It's pretty good.
It is
Not
pretty
bad.
good. Sprocket and I proceeded down the mountain shortly before sunset. So all the way down the 8 miles back to base camp, we got to watch the sunset over the Sierra to the west. So far, hiking Mount Whitney with Sprocket has been my favorite experience of the PCT. And although I will always hope for more and better experiences, I'm unsure that anything will really top that. So thank you, Sprocket, for hiking with me. It was really wonderful. The Sierra, dude. The Sierra. Oh man. I'm back alone. It was nice hiking with Sprocket for, I want to say like 3-4 days or something. She's a beast of a hiker. She's really out here killing it and doing great. Nearly 800 miles in, not a single blister. Her feet look pristine. It's like, what are you even doing? And she's doing big miles every day. Tiny little pack that she made herself. But, you know, the pain of being Jupiter is the pain of hiking alone perpetually. You know, for this trail, I have my goal of I want to do the whole thing in 90 days, and I love that. I love that routine of, you know, waking up every day at 5 a.m., stopping hiking all the way at like 9 p.m. It's my favorite way to live. So just check out these mountains. It's just crazy out here. The Sierra, man. The Sierra.